So, because we have to keep things moving on the Friday show a little bit faster.
Yes.
Okay. So Lightning and Isles, and I think Jesse, there's a couple of things that you said last episode that are actually were like, it was prescient is the word I would use. So first off, I think this game takes on a completely different look if Palmieri is able to convert in the first period in that ridiculous save that Vasilevsky made. I think it's a different game.
Best goaltender in the world.
There it is. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
and
not a question.
And the fans were just ballistic, like right off the top, already singing, like it was great. But what I have to say is that fucking Blake Coleman assist. In what world is that fair? Pops it up and then just baseballs it over to Yanni Gourde, who happens to be not enough people are talking. Everybody's focused on what Blake Coleman did with the puck. Look at where Blake Coleman puts the puck. He puts it at like a 75 degree, like that way angle. It's ridiculous. And the fact that Yanni Gourde was already on that side of the net, the fact that Blake Coleman was basically able to bend the puck around himself and around the goaltender to get it to him. Like it's crazy that the puck even got there.
Did you call him Blake Goldman?
Oh.
That's what I thought I heard you say.
God.
What I thought I heard you say. Here, I'm watching it right now. Oh my God, that's so ridiculous. And you know what, Adam? It's not even the most impressive Lightning assist of this series, and we're 3 games in.
And it comes off of if you rewind that play, and I forget the defenseman that makes the initial pass, but it goes back to what the point Jesse made last episode with the Lightning, and it was the Hedman pass all the way down the ice to, I think it was Kucherov, but I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Kucherov, and then Kucherov fed it over to I forget who scored.
That pass.
This goal was Cernak.
Yeah, Cernak's the one who has the breakout. Yeah,
it's the blue line to blue line pass. And you know what's interesting about the Lightning? Their transitions through the neutral zone are so. And again, I compare everything to the Leafs. Whatever, we watch the Leafs a lot. Their transitions through the neutral zone are so much faster. Yeah. They're so much quicker. The Leafs would have carried the puck all the way up. And what that does is it allows opposing defenses to line up on the blue line and go, "You're not coming through." And for the Leafs, it's like we either dump this or we whatever. But what the Lightning are doing, and Jesse pointed this out, they're spreading you deep and wide. And you can only it's hard to play man on man. It really is.
And when the Islanders' strategy is to challenge the puck, the Lightning be able to do that with their speed. It's such an advantage that they can break down the Islanders' defense like that and get these goals.
I wonder if Barry Trotz moves to a little bit more of what the system was in Nashville, which they had the puck challenging thing, but they were much more of a zone defense from what I remember when he was like back in the day. And that team didn't really have a lot of talent on it at the beginning. I wonder if that's the only way that the Islanders can combat this, because they know coming into this, they can't outscore the Lightning if we're playing back and forth hockey.
Yeah, run and gun. Well, how about the Lightning with their defense in the third period? 13 shots total. Islanders in a period they were losing the entire time, only mustering 8. And it wasn't even their worst period because they only had 7 in the first. The Lightning, man, they're no joke. They're not.
That's another thing I noticed about the when comparing it to the Leafs and watch the play with the Lightning. I was like, the Leafs wouldn't be able to keep up with this team, especially on something like the power play. When the Lightning get a power play, they had another power play goal last night. When they get it, it's inevitable that they're going to score, or at least they're going to have 8 different chances where you think a goal is going to go in, and they did it again last night where they get a power play and the Islanders are like, all right, here it is, here it's going to come, there's a goal on the board. So you're not only you got to play a little timid because you can't take a penalty against this team, and that affects the entire game when you have this team that can just score at will, it seems.
And to make it about the Leafs for just a moment longer, that's part of the reason why looking at the Canadian division, looking at how they finished first, looking at blah, 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 all the stuff that we keep talking about, them making the Final Four is exciting because you're one of the Final Four to win the Stanley Cup. I'd still be cheering for them to win the Stanley Cup. But even if they got their asses kicked, they made it to the third round and someone beat them in 5. Or something like that. Just the experience of, oh, holy shit, there's another gear to this.
Yeah.
God, when are they, like, they're not even going to get that experience. So, like, even if they find a way to win around next year, they're going to be naked.
No, Steve, they'll get the experience. They'll just get it with other teams.
I really do hate it. I really do hate these guys.
I mean, this is what people, when Montreal fans are all in my DMs, and I totally get it. They're like, you're salty. Like, I'm salty about the Leafs. Of course. It's frustrating. They should be there. And, I think when you look at how the Islanders and Lightning play, though, I mean, the Leafs wouldn't stand a chance against the Islanders defense. I don't think so.
No.
I don't think the Leafs would be able to contain the Lightning offense. You could beat Vasilevsky maybe a couple times a game, maybe. But you'd need Matthews and Marner to be on fire to do it.
There's too many different ways to beat the Leafs. It seems,
Mm-hmm. I know. We got to stop making it about the Leafs.
Easy.
It's too depressing. I got a lot of messages from people who are like, you guys are going a little too hard at the Leafs. I'm like, at what point? Nope. At what point do we this is 5 years now. At what point do we go hard at the Leafs? 5 years.
Right. You guys are going a little too hard on Wile E. Coyote.
What are you talking?
Catch a bird ever. You're a failure of a coyote. No matter what Acme product you purchase, you still won't catch the purple bird. You're a failure, Wile E.
Would you criticize Charlie Brown for kicking the football, trying to kick the football?
I would. At what point does Linus pull him aside and go, Lucy is untrustworthy? At what Linus is a shitty friend, but he has maturity issues too with the blanket.
Let's talk about Linus actually being a shitty friend. Yeah,
he is.
Yeah,
nobody can talk to Charlie Brown. Just tell him to ease off a little.
Linus is kind of stoic and kind of lets things. He's like a live and let live kind of person. I think you guys have got to put the onus squarely on the person that keeps missing the football, which is Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Shame on me if you fool me once. Fine. If Lucy did that once, fine. But every episode, every
years
time?
in.
Yeah. Well. Yes, but you guys are a huge support system for me. I rely on you guys. At what point does Charlie Brown go, you remembered that Bible verse in the Christmas episode, but you don't remember my number? Send me a text. Say, dude, I saw that you were going to hang out with Lucy again. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I think it's just that Charlie Brown simps for Lucy, right? That's what it is. And so
he does. She's so
willing
toxic.
to accept. He's willing to accept some bad treatment because he's simping.
Lucy is toxic because he pays her for psychological help and then she psychologically damages him.
Yes. Yeah.
It's such a pyramid scheme.
So many relationships we've all been in.
Yeah. Lucy definitely messages Peppermint Patty and all them. And hey, girly, I just want to tell you about this really cool opportunity. Lucy sucks. Hey, bestie. Lucy's toxic. Hater.
Oh man, that's funny. Okay,
how much should we talk about Snoopy not being the best pal and just tapping on the shoulder and being like, "Hey, Charlie"?
Well, Snoopy. Okay, so Snoopy is mostly ignored by Charlie Brown. Let's be honest, right?
He's irresponsible.
It's his best friend, though.
Is it? Does Snoopy really? I thought Snoopy and Woodstock were best friends.
Oh,
they seem to be a good buddy support system. Snoopy and Charlie Brown. It's we live in the same house. But it's like siblings that just never click. There are people that have siblings. It's I barely talk to them. I just don't get along with them that well. And that's fine. It's they're family that didn't choose each other. So they're,
wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow. You just ruined the relationship with Snoopy.
I am merely going off what I saw on the screen. And Snoopy, for me, is his own man. And he's probably looking at what Charlie Brown's doing with Lucy and going, man, I can't respect that. Can't respect that.
And I know he's not going to listen to me anyway. So I'm just going to pretend to be the Red Baron.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go off and live in my own little world. Charlie Brown never once looked out of his bedroom window and went, Snoopy's sitting on the roof of his doghouse.
And shooting other airplanes down in World War I. What's going on?
Yeah, he did do that.
Did do that.
He never...
flying a doghouse plane.
Yes.
Fighter pilot.
The whole show is just full of oblivious people.
It is. It is a bit disjointed, too.
That's why Lucy takes advantage of all of them.
Because she's smart.
Yeah. And who plays the piano? Schroeder?
Oh, Schroeder.
Yeah. And he just sits there. He seems smart, doesn't tell anyone anything.
And that poor kid who needs a shower that just no one dumps a bucket of water on. He just walks around and there's a cloud of dirt that follows him. And I'm like, can someone offer him a bath?
Pigpen.
Really?
Pigpen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor kid. Family's clearly just not pushing him to bath. or bathe. And like, I think it's important that maybe someone help him out.
Also,
But he needs a friend too. His friggin' name is Pigpen.
why did his parents name him that?